If you've ever received an email, letter, or phone call from Peggy Adams, you've more than likely experienced her signature goodbye of "For the Little Ones." It is her favorite way to say goodbye, but more than that, it embodies her heart for serving the last 37 years here at Canyon View Vineyard Church. You can't think about Canyon View Church without thinking about Peggy Adams. She has been here, serving week in, week out, since before we were called Canyon View Vineyard Church.
The first meeting that I went to, Trevor was a baby, and I walked into this business meeting with a 10-month-old. And I knew that something had to change, and so that's when we started going to the church at that time, and we were out at Broadway Temple. And so then, from then, when we did start coming to the church, I just felt like having a child, and we knew we were going to have our family, that we would, I would just be in the nursery.
She's been here since most of us were in diapers ourselves.
I remember Peggy back in the nursery, and whenever you were sad or anything, then she'd pick you up and make you feel better. And I always remember getting animal crackers and goldfish and blowing bubbles. And it was so much fun. One of the things I remember about Peggy is that you can see the love that Jesus has for us through her eyes. And it's just this little special thing about her that really makes everyone feel accepted and loved in the nursery.
Anyone who comes through these doors knows the impact Peggy has had on their families and our church.
In early 1992, Jane and I decided to try out Grand Junction Vineyard, and so we went, and one of the first people we met when we came here was Peggy, because Wade, our only child at the time, was only 2 years old. And when we saw how Peggy took Wade and just loved on him, and the thing is, she remembered his name and she remembered our names, we went, now that's a church we can go to.
She has been the face of Canyon View not only with the children, but as a receptionist as well. One of the first people a person comes in contact with at Canyon View. And in 1992, she officially came on staff under Dan and Cheryl Cox.
In 92 was when we needed someone to answer the phones. And so that's when I started the job 20 years ago, being on the church phones, and plus working as the nursery director. And I loved it because I love the church, I love the people, I love the families that were coming in with their little ones, and we just knew that we had to just keep loving them and make it important so that they knew that it was important, their little children. It was just important for them at the church.
In 2002, the decision was made to ordain Peggy as a pastor, a decision that was a long time coming and well-deserved.
I had some of the staff that came to me and said, you know, we see this in your heart, that this job as nursery director, you're doing a lot of the pastoral things. You're doing hospital calls, you're caring for the people, you're making sure that your volunteers are cared for, and food, dinners go out, meals to the new moms. They used to laugh at me because they'd always know that we had a new baby because there'd be a pink or a blue lamb on our reception area. And that's when I was given that title of pastor.
This is a title that she has earned and worn with humility, playing the role of servant and caregiver to many.
Peggy is an amazing person to work with. She always has so much joy, and she can tell you anything that's going on in the community, and she knows everyone. Peggy cares a lot for people, and she is always checking in on me and seeing how I'm doing. I feel like she is a genuine caring person.
I'm Cynthia Biocic, and I've known Peggy for about 31 years. And during that time, I've had the opportunity of working with her in the nursery for just about that long. It didn't take me long working with her that I knew when I had kids, our kids would be safe in the nursery. She loves people, she loves kids.
One thing that has always been close to Peggy's heart is her relationship with her volunteers.
From day one, in my heart has been recruiting volunteers, and all ages, all men and women. And I am so thankful. We have a nursery, we call them our team leaders, and some of our team leaders have been on board for as long as one gal, Cynthia, says she's been in the nursery since she had her first son, Amos. And so to me, I just praise God that I've been able to see the families and how they've grown and the generations that are coming through.
As a church, we want to take this time to honor Peggy Adams for her many years of serving here at Canyon View.
And the amazing thing about Peggy is she's been on staff for 20 years. That's amazing in itself. But she's been serving in this church for 37 years. That she volunteered for 17 years before she even came on staff. Peggy literally is an institution of Canyon View Vineyard Church. We love Peggy, and we're so thankful for her.